Hey guys, let's get more news about Steelers, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Steelers poach AFC rivals safety, re-sign former first-round pick, report. The Pittsburgh Steelers are bringing back their 2018 first-round pick, safety Terrell Edmunds. NFL Network's Tom Pelissero reported on September 9 that the Steelers signed Edmunds off the Jacksonville Jaguars practice squad. Edmunds played for the Steelers from 2018 to 23. Pittsburgh drafted Edmunds at number 28 overall in the first round of the 2018 NFL Draft. To sign Edmunds off the Jaguars practice squad, the Steelers have to add the safety to their active roster. The Steelers have open roster space after placing rookie defensive lineman Logan Lee and punter Cameron Johnston on injured reserve the past couple days. Under NFL rules, Edmunds has guaranteed pay and a roster spot with the Steelers for at least 3 weeks, per Steelers Depot's Ross McCorkle. This is Edmunds' 7th NFL season. He has posted 458 combined tackles, including 17 tackles for loss, 7.5 sacks, and 6 interceptions in 96 career games. He has started 79 contests in his career, 75 of which came with the Steelers. The timing of Pittsburgh's reunion with Edmunds is interesting. The team had every opportunity to re-sign Edmunds during the 2023 offseason, but the Steelers went in new directions at safety. Edmunds was available this past offseason as well, but the Steelers didn't express any interest. The veteran safety will now return to Pittsburgh, though, to provide depth in the back end of the secondary. In 5 seasons with the Steelers, Edmunds registered 410 combined tackles, including 15 tackles for loss. He also had 5 sacks and 5 interceptions. He started at least 12 games in all 5 of his campaigns in black and gold. He had 105 combined tackles, 2 tackles for loss, 2 quarterback hits and 3 pass defenses in 2019, which was his best statistical season. Over the past 2 seasons, he played 17 games for the Jaguars, Philadelphia Eagles, and Tennessee Titans. He started 3 games for the Eagles in 2023 before the team traded him to the Titans. Edmunds appeared in Jacksonville's season opener on September 8 as a practice squad elevation. He didn't record a statistic while playing 6 defensive snaps. Steelers head coach Mike Tomlin said in his post-game press conference that cornerbacks Dante Jackson and Joey Porter Jr. each exited Week 1 with injuries. But both players returned to the game. Fellow cornerback Corey Trice Jr. underwent evaluation for a concussion after the contest. But the Steelers didn't sustain any notable injuries at safety. The team appears to just be adding Edmunds as extra depth. With Edmunds, the Steelers will have as much safety depth as they've had in quite some time. Minkah Fitzpatrick and Deshaun Elliott are the team's starting safeties, while Damontae Kazee is the defense's versatile number 3 safety as he was last year. Edmunds will provide depth to the unit along with Miles Killebrew. However, Killebrew focuses more on special teams than defense. The Steelers likely have a plan for Edmunds, but it's not clear what that may be. Fitzpatrick played every defensive snap for the Steelers in Week 1, while Elliott lined up for about 84% of the team's snaps on defense. Kazee played 13 defensive snaps against the Falcons. McCorkle proposed the possibility that Edmunds could play in the slot. The Steelers have undrafted rookie Beanie Bishop manning that spot right now, with veteran Cameron Sutton serving an 8-game suspension. Pittsburgh Steelers have one critical issue offensively after Week 1. The Pittsburgh Steelers offense had some positives against the Atlanta Falcons, but in reality, it resembled a lot of 2023's struggles rather than Pittsburgh magically finding their new identity. Quarterback Justin Fields performed admirably after Russell Wilson was ruled out 90 minutes before kickoff. However, the Steelers still only put up 18 points. So, the answer generally becomes, why? While there are a few answers, the Steelers primarily failed to get the ball into the end zone because they failed in short yardage football as they marched down the field. The Steelers looked terrific between the 30-yard lines and only had 1 3-and-out for the entire game, a solid effort from the group. They dominated the time of possession, and it could have been a blowout if they had just converted their drives. The Steelers' critical problem in this offense is wide receiver blocking. Although it is appreciated in the modern NFL, wide receiver blocking is not seen as that important for the Steelers' wide receiver room. Offensive coordinator Arthur Smith plays with condensed splits and asks his wide receivers to fit the run game right off the tackle's hip. When these blocks are an integral part of the offense, it is hard to not see the Steelers running into problems with their wide receiver blocking as poor as it was on Sunday. Van Jefferson is the team's WR2 and has taken on a load of responsibilities in the run game. However, as the compilation below shows, he struggled to block even cornerbacks on Sunday. Jefferson not blocking an edge rusher is understandable, but he cannot lose to cornerbacks like he did on Sunday. The Steelers' run game will often be dead in the water if he does. Pittsburgh still did fine on the ground, but mainly because Justin Fields and Najee Harris created a lot of it for themselves. It was not just Jefferson, though. Calvin Austin III and George Pickens had their lackluster reps, too. Jefferson's bubble screen, which should have been a touchdown or at least a first down with good blocking, became a 4th-and-1, which the Steelers would later not convert. The Steelers have a solution, maybe two of them, to their issues on the practice squad. Ben Skowronek can certainly help the Steelers in this area. Brandon Johnson just might be able to elevate their game, too. Either way, the Steelers need to figure this basic part of their offense out, or they will not have an efficient rushing attack every week. Steelers to sign Corlis Waitman, Terrell Edmunds. Cameron Johnston is out for the year, and as a result the Steelers are in need of a new punter. The team is set to turn to a familiar face at the position. Pittsburgh plans to sign Corlis Waitman, Tom Pelissero of NFL Network reports. This will mark his third stint with the organization. Besides brief off-season stints with the Raiders and Patriots, Waitman spent the majority of his first 2 NFL seasons in Pittsburgh, getting into a pair of games during the 2021 campaign. He got a full-time gig with the Broncos in 2022, appearing in all 17 games while pacing the NFL with 96 punts. He earned Special Teams Player of the Week honors in Week 3 of that season after placing 6 of his 10 punts inside the 20. Since leaving Denver, he's had a second stint with the Patriots and a short gig with the Bears. Now, he'll be joining a Steelers squad that needs some reinforcement after losing their starter for the entire season. Per veteran NFL reporter Howard Balzer, Waitman was one of 6 punters who auditioned for Pittsburgh today, with the Steelers also taking a look at Jack Browning, Trenton Gill, Matt Hawk, Austin McNamara, and Porter Wilson. The Steelers weren't done with reunions today, as the team also signed safety Terrell Edmunds off the Jaguars' practice squad, per Pelissero. The former first-round pick started 75 of his 79 appearances in Pittsburgh to begin his career, but the 2023 campaign proved to be a tumultuous campaign for the veteran. After joining the Eagles last offseason, Edmunds started 3 of his 7 appearances for his new squad before getting shipped to Tennessee. He started 1 of his 9 appearances for the Titans down the stretch. He caught on with the Jaguars this past offseason and was among the team's final cuts, but he landed on the practice squad to start the season. He was promoted to the active roster for Week 1, getting into 6 defensive snaps. Rookie Ryan Watts is out for the entire season with a neck injury, so the team is likely adding Edmunds after getting a look at some of their in-house replacements. Minkah Fitzpatrick and Deshaun Elliott will still soak up the majority of the snaps at the position, but Edmunds will now provide the team with additional backup options beyond Damontae Kazee and Miles Killebrew. And you fan? What do you think of the situation of Corlis Waitman? Leave your opinion in the comments.